Hi friends, my name is Rohan Vasudev. In this session, we are going to talk about UI image component in Unity. What is an UI image component? UI image component displays an image to the user on the screen. UI image component can be used as icons, backgrounds for the text components, etc. So there are various scenarios for which UI image component can be used for. UI image requires source image or texture to be a sprite. So the source image or the image for the image component has to be a sprite. What is a sprite? Sprite is a simple 2D graphical object having textures on them. Now there are few properties for an UI image component. What are these properties? Source image. Source image is basically the image to be displayed in the form of a texture or a sprite. Then we have another property which is color. Color specifies the color applied to the image. Then we have material. Material is the material used to render the image. Preserve aspect. Preserve aspects preserves the aspect or actual dimensions of the image. Set native size. It changes the dimensions of the image rect transform to the actual pixel size of the texture. Then we have one more property for the UI image component, which is image type. Image type will specify how the image is displayed on the screen. There are 4 image types which can be used. First is your simple. In this image type, images are stretched to fit rect transform of the image component or the image game object. Then we have sliced. Sliced specifies a sliced image for rectangular elements or decorated boxes. Then we have tiled. Image with the repetition of sprites. So the sprites or the textures are in repetition manner if we select the image type to tiled. Then lastly, we have a fill type, which is a partial image generally useful for your countdowns, timers, etc. Okay, now let's get into the Unity editor and let's create an UI image component. So here it is, guys. I am here in the Unity editor. Let's create our UI image component here in the scene. Okay, so how do we do that? Right click here on the UI scene, go to game object, select UI here and click on image here, and we have created our image component inside the scene. Right now it's blank because we have not attached any source image here. This source image has to be a sprite. So to attach a source image, let's create a sprite inside Unity. So how do we do that? Let's create a folder here. So just right click here inside the assets and go to create here and click on folder. Okay, let's rename the folder to sprites and just open the folder. This is the image that we are going to use. So let's just drag and drop this image into the sprites folder here. So just drag and drop the image here. Okay, so right now this image by default is in image format. So we need to change it to a sprite format. So how do we do that? Click here on default and select sprite 2D and UI here and click on apply here. Okay, so we have created our sprite. Let's attach this sprite to the image component. So click on image component again. Okay, and click here and select this avatar, which is a sprite now. Okay, and that's it. We can see our UI image component added inside the scene. Then we have preserve aspect here. Preserve aspect will actually preserve the original dimensions of the image. So let's change the width to 150. Okay, so right now it's not looking good. It's looking little stretched. So if you choose preserve aspect here, it will return the actual dimensions of the image. So let's see what is native size here. This is a rect transform for the image. So once we click on this native size, it will return or change the rect transform, this rectangle here, to the actual pixel size of the texture. Okay, so let's just click on set native size here. Okay, and that's it. It has modified the rect transform to the actual pixel size of the texture. So that's it, guys. That's it for the image component. Here I will see you in the next session with the UI button component. Thank you so much, guys.